Welcome back to Park to Prem, the only series on YouTube where I sign a right back who can't play right back. Yeah, we really did end last episode on a low note, didn't we? Now, of course, if you didn't see last episode yesterday, it was a longer transfer special. We got lots done. I covered a whole host of things. You guys seemed to really enjoy it, which was great to see. It's always a risk when you do longer videos, but there was lots to cover. Today, we're looking to bulk out the squad a little bit. And the reason for doing that is because if I just hide all the trialists who are currently here at the club at the moment, this is the current state of the first team squad. It is safe to say we are lacking some depth. Now, one player who I've got in on trial that I didn't realise I had in on trial until after I finished recording the episode, bizarrely, was Matty Waters. Can you remember Matty Waters? He wanted £800 a week. He has since then been released. I'm hoping I can sign him on a 2-year deal with not too unreasonable demands here. Something like this looks quite good because ultimately he's a player who can play left back, he can play right back, he's consistent, he loves important matches, and if we compare him with Wakaza Zam, who is our current starting right back, you can see here's a massive upgrade. Waters here is left-footed, so he probably won't be the replacement for Wakaza Zam. It doesn't really solve the right back issue, but certainly in terms of a left back upgrade, he would undoubtedly be a big one. Of course, last episode, we did end things with a couple of transfers still potentially going through. Sean Tarima, I really want. I really need this guy. He's got a bit more interest in him. So with that in mind, I am going to bump up my offer just slightly to see if I can get the centre-back to sign for us. Elsewhere, of course, Jack Barrett may well be joining us to be a new starting goalkeeper. I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to turn down our loan, so with that in mind, might have to go out there and see what else is available. And we have also got Sam Paul that we're looking at signing as a right-back option. That said, there is a whole host of teams here, some in the Football League, who are looking at him. And with that in mind, I don't think we can rely on him to be the backup right-back option. When I look through our current starting 11, there's no doubt in my mind, left-back and right-back are an area of weakness. We don't have depth there. That is potentially the main area of concern for today's video. But you know what? Transfer specials are full of unknowns and random stuff tends to happen. There's no point in planning too much. Let's run the intro. Let's smash continue. The start of the season is less than 4 weeks away. We got plenty to do today. Before we get too far into today's episode, I do want to just talk about something that I have seen in the comments section, and it pertains to, is this a one-club save? Is this a save game where we're going to move teams? And the honest answer is I haven't really made a decision yet. Last year we did a one-club save with Park to Prem. I like to mix things up. I don't like to do the same one-club saves over and over again. That said, at least for now, I'm pretty content at Rugby Town. I am kind of leaning towards the mindset of maybe approaching this save game where I only ever move clubs if teams offer me an interview and actually approach me. That way I can't just go out there and find a really easy job to kind of leapfrog between. I feel like that could add a bit of a mercenary edge to things. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I know that the overwhelming opinion is going to be one club save, please. I have talked about this prior to Park to Prem earlier on this year. The plan after Park to Prem this year is a one-club save in Japan, starting way down in the lower leagues. The 5th tier of Japan has 2 promotion spots for over 160 teams. I feel like that could be quite a fun one-club save challenge. I'm just looking at our club's overall balance, and whilst we have got the potential new stadium looming over us, is there anything that I can actually request here? I mean, I could request professional status. That will not get granted at this level. We could ask for the training facilities to be improved. I feel like that might be quite costly, but you know what? You might as well ask for it. Our training facilities are already really good for our current level. In fact, they're kind of that of like a championship team in reality, so I suspect they're going to get turned down. Even if I did want to actually upgrade them, it's probably going to cost way too much. Suspected this might happen, Jack Barrett has turned down the loan offer, so that is the goalkeeping plan somewhat thrown into disarray. Elsewhere, by the way, Hull Chuddy, I triggered his optional contract extension at the club for a further year. He's now on £90 a week till 2028. Just looking through players that my scouts are continuing to recommend, somewhat surprised at the number of players that are getting thrown at me. One player that sticks out is Karen Samuels. He has the same birthday as me, 21st of July, put that in your reminder reminder on your phone so you can remember when we have a video go up on that day. He's 18 years old. He actually looks like a really good centre-back option. Compared to Wilson, who of course we picked up last episode, I think he might be a marginal upgrade, but because he is 5 years younger, he is tempting. Of course, we have also got Tarimmer we're looking to sign. Tarimmer has a lot of interest. I can't really bargain on the fact we're definitely going to pick him up. With that in mind, if Samuel's wage demands are reasonable, I'm going to go in for him, I think. Are his wage demands going to be reasonable? I suppose that's the next question, isn't it? £250 a week, wants a 2-year deal. I'm going to try and sneak in a slightly longer contract here and suggest it. I'm hoping he's going to maybe join us. Who else was interested in him? Aberystwyth and Newtown, 2 teams in Wales. Come to England, mate. I say come to England. He currently lives in England. Stay in England, mate. You'll have a lovely time with us. Annoyingly, some of these players recommended are very, very good. Players like Diamond Edwards, but I don't play with wingers, so it doesn't really suit the team at all. Jakai Basco-Fisher here is another player who's very, very good. My scouts like him. He looks good. I don't need wingers. The issue I've got is you might think, well, Jack, just pivot to a system with wingers. I've bought too many centre mids to play any different shape now. I didn't realise how many players I have on trial. Some of these players are actually quite good, but often they just have like one little downside, one little thing that kind of scares me away. Players like Frankie Jones here, good athletic player, super inconsistent. Declan Hutchins, interesting player, well-rounded player, but inconsistent. Can't really play defensive mid, which I think is where you'd want to play him. Bless Akol Bire. This guy looks interesting as a centre mid option. Don't really need centre mids. Also, super inconsistent. Okay, some teams have made offers to Karen Samuels. That could be unfortunate. Also, I've just noticed, he's on trial at Dover Athletic. He's gone on trial to Dover. Come on, mate. This happened with the other guy we were looking to sign. Went on trial with someone else. Come and join us. Have fun with us, Karen Samuels. You'll have a lovely time. Formerly of Liverpool's academy, then went to Brentford, then released. Don't go to Dover, mate. It would be a mistake. The board have rejected my request to increase the youth level and improve the training facilities. Can I ask, or beg, rather, for the youth facilities? Please. We can't afford it. I knew that we couldn't afford it. I was looking at options here that our scouts have looked at with high ratings. There's a new striker that's popped up, Antoine Hackford. He is ridiculously good. Was playing for Sheffield United, actually played 6 games in the Premier League in the first season of this save game. At 21 years old, 12 finishing, 14 acceleration with 13 pace, with 14 off the ball and good composure. For non-league, he would be absolutely insane. He wants £750 a week. Come on trial. Maybe if I trial him, he'll lower his wage demands. Not good news. Colchester of League One have made an offer for Sam Poole. I'm going to have to find a right back. Hackford's going to join us on trial. He was asking for £750 a week. Sometimes when you offer trials to players, they ask for less money. Is that going to be the case here? He's asked for more money. I'll walk away. Tarimmer is going to Eastbourne Borough. Well, that's one of the centre-backs I was looking at not joining us. Last episode, I ended things with a goalkeeper, centre-back and right-back, all that I was looking to sign. Of those, only one of those players may still join us, and he's had an offer from a League One club. I thought I had things sorted out last episode. I did not have things sorted out. Although this is going to cheer me up slightly, Karen Samuels has agreed to join us. I do like the look of this guy. He was on trial with Dover. Dover, of course, play at a higher level to ourselves. I say that. They don't. They got relegated in this save game and I didn't know. But that's besides the point. This guy is a very good centre-back. He's another left-footed centre-back I've just noticed. But not only can he jump and is tall, but he's also got a bit of pace on him, which we kind of need. And at 18 years old, he might have some good potential too. Usually you struggle to find left-footed players, don't you? My first 3 choice centre-backs are all left-footed. Make of that what you will. I'd like to think that Samuel's speed and better physicals will cover for Jake Cartwright being a bit of a lighthouse of a centre-back. But together, I do actually feel like they could be quite complementary to one another at the heart of our defence. I think I have to work on the assumption that Sam Poole is going to choose Colchester over us. Matty Waters, we are still looking to sign. Sittingbourne have made an offer. I'm going to hope he makes the sensible decision to join us. but I do need a right back. I mean, fair play to my scouts. They have been busy looking at right back options for us, many of which I have now incidentally just trialled as well. Of course, Sam Paul is the best of the bunch. We're looking to sign him. I don't think he's going to join us. Jack Thompson, we've currently got in on trial. Not exactly a wing back option, is he? Danny Imre, I was looking at before. His wage demands were a little on the higher side. Also, don't love the fact he's injury prone, but he is a very good, more offensive fullback option. I'm going to offer him a trial and see if he'll join us. Have a sneaking suspicion this Sam Paul one will collapse. But, I mean, maybe he'll pick us over Colchester. He didn't pick us over Colchester. He's joined them for £525 a week. Imre, who was originally my second choice right back option, has now joined us on trial. What are his wage demands looking like? Okay, they have massively lowered. Now he's coming to us on trial. Last time we looked at him, I think he wanted £500 a week. Few weeks without a club, joining us on trial. He likes what he sees here at Rugby Town. He's now asking for 275. He does have a little bit of an issue with injury proneness, which does concern me slightly. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to offer him a 2-year deal, but I'm going to try and include an injury release clause. It means if he gets a long-term injury, we can just let him go. But I will offer him a longer-term deal. He hates the idea of an injury release clause. Okay, look, I'll get rid of it, Danny. £250 a week. I'll offer you £150 per appearance, actually, alongside the 250. What do you think of that? I want to say he loves it. He thinks it's okay. If we get him for that price, that would be a really good deal. It would make him the third or joint third highest earner at the club. But you compare him with Wakaza Zam, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind he would be a ridiculous upgrade. I mean, undoubtedly, he is just a straight upgrade. Not only does he possess that great ability going forward, but his physicals for this level would be absolutely mad. Bradford have made an offer for Danny Imre. He's definitely going to go to the League 2 side, isn't he? Let's look at the positives. Matty Waters has agreed to join us for £150 a week. He was asking for £800 a month ago. Funny what happens when you get released from your current club. He is a very, very good fullback option. He is probably an upgrade on our current starting left-back in James Dutton. I feel like left-back sorted now. I don't want to whisper it too loudly, but if we get a right-back, I'm feeling very, very good about this season. What are the updated pre-season odds? Maybe I am right to feel excited. We are predicted right now to win the league. We have 3 players in the Media Dream 11. Rio McAvoy, Maycock, and now Karen Samuels has also managed to get into the Media Dream 11. Of course, he's just signed a 2-year deal with an optional contract extension, which I'm going to trigger. Just as a little reminder, board expectation for this year is a top half finish. Going into the year, before transfers, media prediction was 9th. We've added in some really good quality. I feel like the only question mark I have with my squad going into this season is this new tactical system going to work? The first team is certainly looking like it has a bit more balance now. We've got 3 really good centre-backs to compete out. Of course, Bayeke is probably our 4th choice. Is a big drop-off, but at this level, most squads do have just weak positions. It's just the nature of the beast, where at this level, you don't have a lot of money. I feel like it's better to have a lot of money invested into a really strong starting 11 than just deal with injuries that come your way. In the final third, though, you have to say that is where I feel like our squad really shines. Goals are what got us promoted last year. I think they're what are going to get us promoted this year. That said, the defence has seen an upgrade. We have got a little bit of wage budget left over. We're currently spending £3,400. We have got Danny Imre, who might join us for £250, although kind of going to work on the assumption he will choose Bradford over us. What it does mean, though, is with the first team squad size of 24 players, all I'm really looking for, I think, is a new starting goalkeeper and a right back. But they are 2 of the positions I knew that we needed going into the summer, and I have on multiple occasions thought I'd sorted them both. Just looking at goalkeeping options here, sorted by reputation, Charlie Casper has popped up here as a player who I had no awareness existed. He's wanted by Linfield in the Northern Irish Premier Division, 20 years old, formerly of Burnley's side. He would be a big, big upgrade on Avondale. I really like the look at him, and at 20 years old, might have a little bit of potential as well. I'm going to offer him a trial and hope that maybe that will reduce his wage demand slightly, as I imagine coming from Burnley of all teams, he probably does want quite a lot of money. Mrozek here, formerly of Liverpool's academy as well, another player who's now popped up as a potential signing for us. Of course, the longer that the pre-season goes on and these players don't find clubs, the more open they become to maybe taking a further step down. I think with that in mind, we'll offer him a trial as well. And in fact, you know what? While we're here, I'll just offer all these players with a star and half a star of world reputation a trial. Let's just invite a load of goalkeepers to a goalkeeper camp. Antoine Hackford, have you lowered your wage demands yet? He doesn't want to talk to me yet. I'll come back in a week, mate. You're here on trial for the rest of the month. Welcome to the Work the Space Goalkeeper Trial Academy. Yeah, I've just trialled a load of goalkeepers. Of these, apparently Charlie Casper, who was already on my radar, and Brian Okonkwo are the two players I should be having a look at. This guy has caps for Nigeria's under-20 team. Is he better than Casper? Not really. Tom Wooster here, very fun name to say, not quite as good in goal, injury prone as well. And Tyler here was already actually on trial at the club. An okay goalkeeper, but looking through these players, Charlie Casper is definitely the pick of the bunch. Good Vanarama National League player, super consistent, League One potential. What's the damage? He wants £650 a week. Maybe my best bet is just to wait and see if players lower their wage demands. There is clearly talent out there across all positions, and I feel like the longer we wait, the better potential there is to save some money, maybe getting a few bargains. Danny and Ray has joined Bradford. We all knew this was going to happen. I'm now trying to readdress the right-back situation. Casper Nilsson here, 21 years old, right-back. He can't really run. He can kind of run for this level. Formerly of Brighton and Malmo, there are already some bids in him from Worthing and Dorking Rangers. How much money would I have to pay you, mate, for you want to join me? I'm going to guess like £800. £700. Not paying that for a right back. Alex Bradley here of Walsall Wood in the division we just played in is actually a really surprisingly good right back, if I might say so myself. 26 years old, Finnish player, has some okay corner taking, some good physicals, would be a good upgrade, can also play centre mid. That depth could be useful. Also, only wants to be a squad player. Does want £475 per appearance, mind you. How about this, Alex? £120 a week, 2-year deal, and I'll pay you £120 per appearance. How does that sound? He hates me, although he says we're so close to reaching an agreement. Well, Alex, I do want you on a part-time deal. How about £180? 2-year deal, appearance fee, £120. How do you like those bananas? He loves those bananas. Probably should get a scout report on him. Last year, 8 goals and 15 assists for Walsall Wood in our old division. I like the look of this guy a lot. I was just looking through some other right-back options. Nana Owusu Gimwa. I'm just going to call you Nana. That's his name. Oh, Nana. I don't want to sign him. I'll just end up singing that song over and over again. He would cost me more. He's also a way, way better right-back option. I feel like either of these would be a solution for the current season at least. Oh, Nana. York want him. Oh, Nana. I can't sign him. It's really weird. I've played Park to Prem for so many years. I see players like Chirino here, and I feel like I had him at some point in a previous save. And I can't think what the save game was. He's our left-back option. I don't really need another left-back. He is very, very good. There was another left-back I was looking at in Aaron Keto Diowa. That doesn't sound right, does it? Look, he can play left-back. He can play left wing-back. He can play left mid. He could play striker, though. Please tell me if I'm cooking too much, but I feel like with 14 acceleration, 15 pace, 12 finishing, and 12 off the ball, he'd actually be a really, really good striker. There is some interest in him. He is available as a free signing. I am tempted. He'd be like the non-league Gareth Bale, wouldn't he? I mean, look at him. You compare him with Gillen, yeah, he's not as good in the air, but he is rapid, and his physicals are very, very good. And physicals at non-league level they're kind of an important thing. Saying all of that, not actually checked how much money he might want a week. He wants to be a star player. That terrifies me. Wants £375 a week. We are currently over our wage budget, so I can't make another offer. Okay, dilemma time here. Do I just accept that Nana isn't going to join us and is going to go to York City? That might be the play, because then that £300 we're giving towards him, I get given back to invest elsewhere. Sorry, Nana, won't be joining us. If I just go to Aaron here and approach to sign him, now I can offer him wages similar to what he might have wanted before. £300 a week, 2-year deal, contract extension after promotion of 1 year. He really wants £375. I'll give you 325. He has accepted that. This would be a very unorthodox signing. I do feel like he could be a really good player at these non-league levels, though. I mean, worst case scenario, he plays at left back occasionally. Best case, he turns into the crazy striker with crazy pace that we somewhat lack at the moment. I mean, McAvoy has 11 acceleration and 11 pace. I feel like in our previous division, that was exceptional. At this level, it's not quite a standout. Gillen is no slouch either. I mean, for non-league level, these guys are quickish. But Aaron here, he is different gravy quick, although he is super injury prone and inconsistent. We'll just ignore that. It'll be fine. Boston United and Farnborough have made offers for Aaron anyway, so I might not even get the non-league Gareth Bale after all. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. He has decided to join Boston United of the Vanarama National North. Probably a wise move. They play in the division above us. They're predicted to finish 3rd. Doesn't mean that it sucks any less. I'll tell you what, Alex Bradley, I'm going to get a scout report on you. If you now don't join us as my right back option, I'm in trouble. Has just dawned on me, season starts in less than 2 weeks. So if I want to get deals done, I'm going to need to get them done sooner rather than later. Have got a few players with contracts running out at the end of the current season. Worth noting, I have just tabled a contract offer to Callum Gillen. I think it's £275 or £300 a week, but it kicks in at the end of the current season, which means he'd only be on £90 a week this year. On top of that, it's a 2-year deal with an optional 2-year extension, so it would essentially tie him down at the club for the next 5 years, which, given we're at risk of losing him for nothing, seems like it'd be a really good resolution to things. I have been having a little look at potential loan options across a whole host of positions. The reality is, whilst there are some loan players available here, there are just superior players available to sign on free transfers. And given the fact we're not right up against our wage budget, it's not like I need to sign some players with no salary contributions. I'd rather sign players that potentially have some resale value on down the line. Cardiff Met Uni have made an offer for Charlie Casper. I really want to sign this guy as my goalkeeper. Cardiff Met Uni can only sign players on amateur deals, so I'd like to think I might be able to sign him. Why is he asking for £650? Charlie, I really thought you were going to be the goalkeeper for us. He's not going to be the goalkeeper for us. By the way, I am still trying to trial in a load of players. We're trying to, scout out all the options, make sure we don't miss anyone. Someone like Dylan Kadji, he's good. Do I need another centre mid? Probably not, but why not get him in on trial and see if his wage demands are reasonable? Okay, good news, we have a right back. Is it the dreamy right back option that I envisaged we'd get? Not quite, but Alex Bradley here has some experience in the Football League. Played 7 games, you can see here, for Burton Albion. Way back when, albeit was 6 years ago. But now aged 26, he's playing for us. He is a good little right-back option. Not sure he's going to be a super long-term option in our team, but undoubtedly an upgrade on Kazam, who, of course, is our current choice. I mean, when you compare the two of them here, it's a great deal. If the season started tomorrow, this would be our starting lineup for the first game. And you know what? I actually really like the look of it. Of course, we've got McAvoy and Gillen still as our starting duo up top. Maycock and Kelly have held down their spots, but we've got Gucci, who's a really good box-to-box midfielder. Maybe only downside when it comes to the central midfielders is they are all right-footed. We haven't got a left-footed player for that left centre mid position. Of course, Perry, we signed from Nottingham Forest, a really good defensive midfield option. And of course, the back line is where we've seen the most changes. Matty Waters comes in over James Dutton at left-back. Definitely an upgrade there. Both players kind of similar. Both very good corner takers, very good at their crossing. Not the craziest players by any means, but between them, left-back's covered. Bradley, of course, has come in to be our right-back option, although he can also slot in at centre mid if need be. That kind of versatility is always nice. At the back, we've added Karen Samuels as well, who's gone straight into the Media Dream 11. At 19 years old, he looks like he could be a really useful player, especially for the next couple of seasons. The only issue that I see with this team is the goalkeeping area. I need a goalkeeper. We've got Millwall in our final pre-season friendly in 2 days' time, and then Hitchin to kick off the new season will be coming your way on Monday. Between then and now, I want a goalkeeper. I've got about £350 to make it happen. That's not an insignificant sum of money for us. There's got to be someone out there. Please forgive me for the fact that in spite of saying all of that, I still kind of like the idea of signing Antoine Hackford. He would be a massive, massive upgrade in the striking area of the pitch. You can see how good he is here. At 21 years old, he is slightly inconsistent, but of course, inconsistency doesn't apply to physicals. Pace at this level is absolutely key. Maybe some concern over his injury proneness. He did have damaged cruciate ligaments 4 years ago now. He's only had one other injury actually during his entire career, so maybe that's less of a concern. The man's played 6 games in the Premier League. He's 21 years old. How much does he actually want if I want to sign him now? Antoine, are you reasonable? That's far more reasonable than I was expecting. Hackford, I can only offer you £275, but I'll give you a 2-year deal with an optional 1-year extension after promotion. Can we adjust the budgets? Can I give myself a bit of wage budget, maybe, just to be able to offer slightly more money? The answer is no. I do really, really want to sign this guy. If I do manage to pull off this deal, it will mean that Avondale is here for the year, but I feel like that would be a small price to pay if we can pull off this signing. He would be a crazy player, the kind of player who I think could be good for us for the next, few years. A good player for Vanarama National League sides already. I feel like the wages may just end up being problematic. I'll offer him a signing on fee. I'm not even sure if I'd be able to afford this. And as I'm doing all of this, I am just making him more and more angry. I'm going to offer him a promotional wage rise of 30%. I would not do this under any other circumstances, but I do feel like this guy is that good. Sell-on percentage as well. I'll give you 5% of any sell-on. And if you score... How many goals? How many goals is reasonable? If you score 30 goals, I'll give you £2,000. Can we get an ooh? And I'll give you another 2,000 for 20 goals. That is kind of as good as I can offer him. I wish I could throw more money at him. I really can't afford it. He has actually accepted that deal. I don't know how to feel. Of course, we've gone through all of that emotional roller coaster. Some other team will probably just make a bid on him now, and I won't have him, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Surely have made a bid for Hackford. I should have known. Miles Maycock apparently making great development. Yeah, that's fantastic news. Will he sign a new contract with me? Of course he won't. He's unhappy at the club. We have also had the promotional odds from whoscored.com. We are the favourites for promotion ahead of Nuneaton Borough. That is kind of remarkable as a newly promoted team. That really is a testament to the recruitment that we've made. Our team, I'm going to be honest, it's in a really good spot for this year. More good news, Gillen has signed that contract I mentioned before. It kicks in June next year. £275 a week. It does have that contract extension after promotion of 2 years as well. Locks him down for the foreseeable future. Really, really happy about that because I did think we might lose him. And in fact, you can see here, top goal scorer odds from whoscored.com have Callum down at number 1 and in at number 3, McAvoy is up there. Joel Jackson-Davis is in at number 5. There is a regen called Fabio Ducker in at number 4. He plays for Hitchin. He's asking to leave the club because he wants a new contract. Can I just steal this guy? Can I just steal him? Can I just... Don't mind me. He wants £130 a week. I'm stealing him. Sorry, Hitchin. You snooze, you lose. Fabio Ducker is quite good, right? I'm not going crazy. Like, he's got good acceleration, good off the ball. 15 finishing for this level is mad. He's very good. All I'm saying is, if Hackford turns us down, I will just sign Fabio Ducker. Because I think when you look at it like this, he's not a million miles away. The bloke is 17. Charlie Casper has signed for Cardiff Met Uni. That is annoying. Only silver lining here is it's on an amateur deal, which means maybe at some point I can just poach him away. But considering I was willing to offer him around £300, the fact that he's just decided to join a university team on an amateur contract is a bit of a kick in the gonads. So I'm being asked about captain for the current year. I am going to stick with Jake Cartwright. I mean, he's got 11 leadership and 16 teamwork, which is pretty good. Miles Maycock, this might be a gamble. I'm going to make him vice captain here. He's 17 years old. He has got 14 leadership, 13 determination, and 16 teamwork. I'm hoping that maybe if I make him vice captain, maybe if I build the team around him, he'll want to extend his contract and be happy. At the moment, he's contracted to the end of next year. Okay, so I've been asked about the bonuses to offer players for the current year. I've noticed that the domestic cup bonuses 18,000 for normal versus 10,000 if I select the low option, which would give me an extra £7,000 in transfer budget. It's not revolutionary, but I'm not that bothered about the domestic cup competitions. Full focus really is on the league when you're down at this level. So with that in mind, to save some money, to get maybe a bit of transfer budget, I am going to go with the low domestic cups bonus. Hopefully the players don't hate me for that decision. And then with our new transfer budget, well, I was going to slide it into the wage budget. I can't do that right now. First game of the season, by the way, in 2 days' time. As a reminder, it's against Hitchin, who we are currently signing, potentially, Fabio Ducker from. The reason for going for Ducker is I think he'd be a good squad option at 17 years old. He's a great striker. Also because I don't think Hackford's going to join us. And if Hackford doesn't join us, on £150, it would still leave me with the wage budget to go out and sign a goalkeeper. I've just realised, not even looking at goalkeepers at the moment. I probably should be. Of all the goalkeepers I've looked at that are still available, Brian Okonkwo here probably is the pick of the bunch. I like this guy because he's got good shot stopping and aerial ability, but he lacks in so many other areas, and he is injury prone. That said, super consistent. League One potential, apparently. Currently a leading player for most Vanarama National North and South sides in the eyes of my staff. I dread to think how much money this guy's going to want. How much does he want? He wants £120. Okay, well, we're signing him. Or rather, I should say, I'm going to try and sign him. Knowing my luck, some other team's going to come in. I'll offer him £150 per game. Said per game, they're meant per week. Someone will correct me if I don't correct myself down in the comments. I know how the internet works. We play Hitchin tomorrow. I've still not signed anyone. Okay, Bath have made an offer for Brian. Of course you have, Bath. This is one of those circumstances where it may just be worth making him say the line. You know the line? The line from last episode. Can people remember the line? I need the very acceptable line here. Otherwise, he's going to Bath. And I do feel like he is probably the best goalkeeping option out there. I'll give him a slightly bigger appearance fee. And you know what? I'll give him a massive clean sheet bonus. We don't keep clean sheets here, do we? Brian, just say the line. I can't offer more than £250. Brian! I think he is probably the best goalkeeping option. Whether or not I'm losing the plot at this point remains to be seen. I'll get rid of the contract extension after promotion. He wants that in his contract. I'm sorry, Brian. Did not mean to offend you. I'll give your agent 800 quid. Just say the very acceptable line. Then I know that you'll join me for the Hitchin Town game. I realise I'm now throwing the kitchen sink at a goalkeeper I wasn't even sure I wanted. What am I doing? Okay, you know what? That is the best offer I can give him. If he turns this down to go to Bath, then I can rest easy knowing I could not have done more. Fabio Ducker set to be signed. I'm going to delay this. We may well confirm it on the eve of the upcoming game against Hitchin. The reason I'm delaying it is because if Hackford joins us, which I don't think he's going to, I probably won't sign Ducker as well. Just as I suspected, Hackford signs for Chorley. £750 a week. Yeah, I can't compete with that. What that does mean, though, in the grand dominoes scheme of things, not the pizza, as in there's a domino effect going on, we will confirm the signing of Fabio. Of course, last time we signed a German striker in the depths of non-league in a Park to Prem save game, Stephen Gold. Remember that name? Maybe Fabio Ducker is going to join that illustrious list of German players to tear it up in the non-leagues for us. I certainly hope so. The best bit about all of this is we've just signed him and now he gets to play against his former club. That's going to be fun next time. Just for a bit of a comparison here, Joe Chambers was the best youth intake prospect of last year's intake. Of course, he is a striker as well. When we compare Fabio with him, who is 1 year his senior, he is undoubtedly a better player. So yeah, really do like the signing of Ducker. Free transfer from a league rival, £150 a week, bargain. Does also make me wonder if I should be going through all the other teams in our league and seeing if they've got similar players to Ducker, who are in their first team, who are just on non-contracts that I can potentially poach away from them. I mean, that's a lovely, fantastic idea, Jack, but we've got Hitchin Town to play now, or rather on Monday. It's not happening in the transfer special. This is for transfers. We've done transfers. You should be happy with that. Did we sign a goalkeeper? No. But you know what? We signed a backup left-back / starting left-back. We signed a new right-back. We signed a new centre-back. We signed a new exciting striker. And I look across this team, and I look at our pre-season prediction now to win the league. I'm bloody excited to see it all come together. I hope. As always, these transfer specials are a mammoth effort to get edited and uploaded daily as part of the daily upload schedule we have here. So if you have enjoyed this video, drop a like, show some appreciation. Have a lovely weekend. On Monday, season 4. Yeah, 4 commence. Is it 4? No, 3. I've got season 3 commences. We were doing so well this episode. We will, of course, have our new tactical system on display, which I am rather excited to hopefully see come together during pre-season. I want to say it's not worked, but then again, you look at the quality of the teams we've played, I'd kind of set ourselves up for failure. I will catch you guys Monday for the start of season number 3. Until then, take things easy. It's me, Jack. I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.